Hello, my name is Elina Almanova and I'm a founder of AlmanovaLaw Office, a legal services provider operating in Cyprus, mainly based in Paphos and Limassol. And today I'm going to walk you through the whole process of buying a property in Cyprus. This information will be valuable for anyone thinking of buying a property in Cyprus, either for investment, for your personal purposes, or immigration purposes. The first step to consider is the location. Obviously, you need to research the market to see whether you want to focus on the Paphos area, Limassol, Larnaca, Nicosia, etc., depending on your personal and family needs. It is highly advisable to work with a registered real estate agent because they do know the market. They can consult you on various aspects depending if it's going to be for investment or for your personal purpose. Also, they will be able to advise on potential risks, on options to resell the property, and all of that. The idea that real estate agents just sell properties is a myth because a registered, licensed real estate agent will go through a tremendous amount of work to save you time and money because they're going to go through the properties, finding the right properties for you, negotiate the best prices, and be your upfront face during the negotiation procedure. It is also very important to sign up for a legal consultation before proceeding with the property search because during the initial consultation we will be able to explain to you the whole procedure, emphasize on what is important to note when choosing your property and getting into the negotiations with the seller, and be fully prepared on the next steps. In practice, getting a consultation in advance saves you time, money, and extra hassle. Considering that you got your consultation, you found your real estate agent, went through the market and found the perfect apartment or the house you like, what comes next? Next is the reservation step. What it means to secure the property and take it off the market while you prepare all the legal documentations, financial, etc. You pay the reservation amount. Depending on the property, whether new build, resale, etc., the reservation amount can vary from 2,000 euros up to 20,000 euros usually, to reserve the property. What it means, we're going to sign the reservation agreement stating the terms you have agreed with the seller, the sale price, the contents, etc., confirming that we get either a 30-day period or 45-day period. Sometimes we get more extended. Why is it important to allow your lawyer to enter into the transaction before the reservation? Because during that crucial stage, we will be able to negotiate the most important points which will be included in the contract of sale. This is a must because in practice, sometimes when clients pay the reservation without us and come for a service at a later stage, they bring us one small piece of paper confirming that the reservation is they paid the set amount of money for the said property, which will cost this much. And in 30 days, they will need to pay to sign the contract of sale and pay the rest money to proceed with the deal. Nothing else. And when we enter into the negotiations, we will spend more time negotiating the crucial points which we would have negotiated in the beginning. So bear that in mind. This is very important. You paid the reservation, ready to proceed. What happens next? So from all the legalities with your lawyer, signing the legal service agreement, leaving a power of attorney, completing the due diligence form, etc., etc., we proceed with the deal. What this means, we have two structures. We prepare the contract of sale. We work with the developer, we work with you to get to a final agreement, which will be signed by both parties. And meanwhile, we prepare the documentation for local banks to comply with the anti-money laundering regulations and complete the checks to be able to enter into the transaction and pay the price. Once we are good from both sides, so we have confirmed the agreement, have gone through all the checks and ready to sign and enter into the deal, we arrange a signing date, sign the contract, pay the initial amount. Depending on the transaction, usually the purchase price is broken down into stages. and proceed with the deal. While we'll proceed with the contracts, we work with the due diligence and complete the so-called KYC checks with our client. What it means? KYC means know your client. It's mandatory for lawyers, accountants, banks, local developers to know who they are working with, to avoid any violations of anti-money laundering regulations. This means that we will go through the whole process with our clients to see where the funds which are used for the purchase have originated from. So we'll need to show tax declarations, bank statement, and all the documents confirming the money, and going through all the checks such as criminal record, personal CV, etc. to confirm and complete the financial background. This is a mandatory procedure for anyone purchasing a property in the European Union. Doesn't matter if you do it in Cyprus, Spain, Greece, etc. Once we have completed the financial checks, due diligence, and have agreed on the agreements, we proceed with the next crucial stage, which is signing of the contract of sale. Depending on your transaction, whether you're buying a new build property or a resale property, the payment stages will slightly differ. But there is a main rule, the 30% rule, which we use in Cyprus. If we want to register your contract of sale with the Land Registry for specific performance, the buyer needs to pay at least 30% of the purchase price. This is usually the minimum, which we state with the signing of the agreement. So we sign the contracts, we pay the 30%, lodge the agreements with the Land Registry, and proceed with the deal. It is important to notice here that the buyer is burdened with a stamp duty, which is paid for every contract of sale signed in Cyprus. On our website, you can find the calculations for stamp duties for your convenience. From the moment of lodging the contract of sale with Land Registry, it is important to understand for every buyer that in the system, in the Cyprus Land Registry system, you are the owner of the particular property. So you must fulfill your responsibilities as a buyer to pay the full purchase price. The developer must fulfill his responsibilities, such as complete the construction, deliver you the keys, or in case of resale, transfer the clean ready title deeds into your name. So, as mentioned before, we go according to the construction stages in case of the new build. Usually we do break down the construction on like 3 to 4 stages until the completion of the property, obviously depending on which stage you enter into the agreement. With the resale, we usually prepare and finalize all documents for the transfer of clean title deeds into your names, and then we pay the full amount in the next step for the transfer of title deeds. When do you get the keys? The delivery of possession in case of a new build comes with the completion of your property. So you go check your property either by yourself or with a civil engineer, confirm the delivery, get the keys, we sign delivery note. The possession has been transferred to you. We transfer electricity, water into your name, and you use your property as you wish. With a resale, we transfer the title deed, and simultaneously during that day you get keys, transfer the electricity and water into your name, and get the full possession. So let's summarize the whole procedure briefly. So you've chosen Cyprus as the country to relocate, or you want to buy a property here. What do? First, you select the property, you go through the market, or with your real estate agent, choose the property you want to do. Then it's the reservation stage. You'll reserve the property, take it off the market, and start the preparation with all the documents. Yes? Then it's the due diligence and contract of sale preparation, the two procedures we've discussed for the banks and for the agreements. Sign the agreements to proceed with the deal. Then it is a finalization of the construction, either the preparation of the documents in Land Registry to complete the transfer or the construction of the property and give you the keys. And the final stage is transfer of the water and electricity into your name, and you have the full possession of your property yourself. Buying a property in Cyprus is a secure process governed by the Cyprus legislation, which is based on the UK legislation, but it is very important if you're a first-time buyer in Cyprus to get the consultation, to prepare yourself in advance for any risks, potential issues that may arise, to avoid them and, have as smooth as possible and as pleasant as possible procedure of buying a property here. If you're considering purchasing property in Cyprus and have any further questions or like to book a consultation, you can get to our website or email us or text us to schedule a consultation with us, and we'll be happy to assist you with it.